At the end of this video, you will go from I don't know what to focus on to I didn't realize that my niche was already there. Welcome back to another episode of Career to Coach Summer School. My name is Ola, and in this series, we're talking all about how to take your personal and your professional expertise and transforming it into a not liable, a profitable, a profitable coaching business. Profitable, not liable. So welcome. Today's episode is all about finding your niche. And so finding the thing that you're really going to lean into, the decision that you're going to make in order to move forward in your coaching business. So welcome. One thing I need for you to do, and that is the one requirement, the only requirement I have is if you're going to follow this series, you need to click the link that's down below and grab your Career to Coach offer audit. That workbook is going to walk you through the steps that we talk about in every video in this series. So go ahead and grab it now while you can, and then join the fun. Because at the end of summer, or whatever season that you watch this in, at the end of the series, you're going to have a coaching business. It's going to be great. So click the link down below, grab your workbook. Let's get into it. So first things first, what is a niche? A niche simply is the specific problem that you solve for a specific type of person. That's it. Now, I know in the social sphere, if you will, there are a lot of talks of you don't need a niche, you need a niche, you are the niche, who is a niche, all of these things, different definitions of a niche. It's a specific problem for a specific type of person, point blank, period. Now, sometimes the niche is like people will say the niche is you. Here's the thing about that. Yes, in a way, the niche is you, but that doesn't mean the same as the niche being about you. And a lot of times people take that perspective and they think, oh, if the niche is me, then the niche is about me. No, 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 no. That may be your personal brand, but that is not the niche. Now, it's also not, look what I can do. It's look what I can do for you. It is look at the problem I solve and exactly how I solve it because it's a problem that you specifically have. It's not your autobiography. It's not your story. You use your story, but it's not your story. So that is what a niche is and what a niche is not. I hope that is clear because I'm really trying to get to the fun stuff. Okay. All right. So if you have questions, make sure you put them down in the comments below and I'll respond quickly. Now, the second question that is often asked is, why do I need one? Because sometimes people are saying you don't need one. And you don't need one. You just kind of, talk about any and everything. If you are looking to start a business and make money, you need to be specific. That's why it's called a segment within a market. Your niche is a specific problem, it's a specific segment in a market. And so the marketplace requires specificity, it requires distinction. Your person, the specific person that you are wanting to help, the specific person who has like the quirks, has the backstory, has the perspective that you desire to work with, they are looking for something specific. And this is where the fun stuff comes in because I want to show you an example. So let me share my screen. Oops. We're going to take this to coaching. We're going to take this to like how we coach. So let me clip this mic on so I can be hands-free. All right, hands-free. All right, cool. Now, I'm going to show you two examples, what to do and what not to do. So this is one, we'll say that's a market, okay? That's going to be one example. And this is going to be another example, okay? What to do and what not to do. Keep that in mind, guys. All right. Let me pick a good color that's going to go against gold. So the market, if you will, is career coaching. I want to make that thicker. Okay. The market is career coaching, and I'm using that on purpose because, there has been certainly an uptick in career coaching. that market continues to bloom with everything that's happening in the economy and the workforce, all of those things, career coaching is like, a thing. So this is going to be what not to do. Okay. I hope you're still rocking with me. If you are, I want you to put an emoji in the description box if you've made it this far. Or not description. You can't do nothing in the description box. Put an emoji in the comments to let me know you made it this far. Made it to the live example, okay? So look on your left. If you look on the left side, you see these career coaches all in the same box. They're all in the same market. The market is career coaching. And that's all that they say. I am a career coach. That's it. That is not how you differentiate yourself. Niching down, if you will, or discovering what your niche is all about differentiation. They may all solve a problem that's within career coaching here on the left, but they have not differentiated themselves as far as which problem or what part of the problem do they solve when it comes to career coaching. However, those on the right side, they all are different colors, different sizes. So you may have um, this one right here, her. She may be a coach for project managers who work with artificial intelligence implementations. That is what she does. That's her career coaching. This one right here, they may be a career coach who specifically work with senior executive leadership, training, management, development. This one right here, they may work with those who are first time managers and helping them ramp up to being a great manager. They each have their own niche within the market of career coaching. They may have like not burgundy, but this one right here. They may goodness gracious, they may specifically work with um, those who are coming back into the workforce after being gone for 5 years or more. Could be stay-at-home mothers that are re-entering the workforce. It could be military spouses who are back stateside re-entering the workforce. So it's all different types of problems that they're solving within the same market, which is career coaching. That is going to be niching down, or that is how you figure out what your niche is. That is how specific you want to be when it comes to figuring out what problem that you solve. So now that we have that, we're all on the same level. We have level set. We understand what a niche is and why you need a niche. If I am a project manager who works specifically on AI implementations, I am not going to go work with the individual who works with, stay-at-home moms who are re-entering the workforce. It doesn't make sense. I'm a project manager looking for AI implementation assistance as far as, career development and things of that nature. They can't, I don't see how they can help me. That's what your person is also looking for. They're looking for specific, like you've been in their head type of specificity. Um, and so your niche is not chosen necessarily from a menu. I know there are a lot of times where there's lists and things out there. Sure, those are ideas. They're giving you the list of the problems, but your niche is curated from the problems that you have solved. It's curated from your personal experience and your professional experience. And so that is what you're going to want to focus on when it comes to identifying what your niche is. Again, when you get your workbook, you're going to go through specific exercises. It's going to draw that out of you. One last thing I will say also, you already have a niche. Think of it as the thread that has been going through your career, through your personal experience. Think of it like what is the problem, or yeah, what is the problem that you would create a keynote address about? And at the end of your keynote address, they're going to be giving you a standing ovation and trying to figure out, how can I work with you to solve that problem? Because I want to work with you. That is what you think about when you think about what your niche is. So that is why it's important that you focus on one instead of focusing on, everything. There's so many problems I can solve. Sure, there may be so many problems that you can solve. Just choose one, because it's just one person that you're going to be working with. And when I say one, I don't mean quantity of just one client. There's only going to be one type of client that you're going to want to work with. Um, here are some questions you can ask yourself, like, what do people usually come to you like for advice, or looking for answers to questions? What are they usually asking you? What are you known to talk about the most? Typically, the things that we love to talk about are problems that we love to solve. What results do you normally get, or that you're known for? And again, this is where it's coming from: your personal and your professional expertise. And what is your unique perspective? That's also going to be something you're going to want to think of. For me personally, I love talking about business. I love talking about how to start it up. Listen, you talk to me long enough and I'm going to tell you how you can monetize something. We're going to break it down. And 9 times out of 10 it's going to be coaching. 9 times out of 10 it's going to be coaching. I believe that everybody has a coaching business inside of them, cuz coaching is like solving problems. So, another thing you'll want to go through is, what's that thing that irritates you the most? And you set out to confront it and correct it. For me, it's a couple of things, but what I will lean into is coaching. Like, I don't like poor coaching experiences. I have had a coaching experience that was done strictly by email. Don't ask, but it was like an email course. But the special thing about this email course was that there was like direct email coaching, but the email coaching was lackluster. There didn't seem to be any thought put into it. Um, as a client, I did not feel like, oh, you really want to work with me. It was, oh, I paid you this money, small dollar amount. Don't get me wrong, small dollar amount. So I got what I paid for. But like at that point, that's not really a transformation. And coaching is about transformation. That's really just, you left me on red and kind of stuff like that. So there's that. Um, And how do you best serve others? Don't choose something where you suck at it, or you're not like the best or in the running to be the best. Again, there is a thread. Um, I know for me, the thread that has always been in my experience, both professional and personal, has been a form of coaching. There's advice that I'm always asked of, or just give me your thoughts. I love to train. I'm really good at, like, I have background in corporate training. I'm really good at breaking complex things down into simplistic terms. And I love to like make it visual and also make it fun and interactive. Um, so coaching, we love it over here. But again, I say all that to say is, think through those things, because when it comes to like starting a coaching business, don't think that you're stuck with it once you choose it, but know that you have to make a decision. You have to decide on, what are you going to start with? Because the great thing about it is, you can always refine it over time. You can always pivot if you need to. Maybe you start off, and I'll use, because I have a list of these. Let's say you start off as a homeschool coach, but then you find out, like, you say homeschool coach and it's just broad. Okay, you started with something great, but as you continue to work through stuff, and as you continue to understand what your ideal client wants, which we'll talk about in the next video, what your ideal client wants, what they need, the transformation that they're looking for, the results that they're looking for, you're going to be able to see that maybe I should, niche down even further. And instead of saying homeschool coaching, I just focus on middle school homeschool coaching, or middle school curriculum, how to find that curriculum, how to score, especially for those, like, are you looking for co-ops, or are you doing it, traditional homeschool, old school way? Maybe that is what you know, come down to versus, oh, I'm just going to do homeschool coaching. Again, like I said, it's always good to start with some things because as you take action, you're going to naturally kind of cut off things that just don't work for you, and that's fine. And maybe you want to work on a different type of work with a different type of person, a different type of market. You see that all over. That's why it's like that's another reason why I say everybody has a coaching business inside of them, because there's so many people who need help with different things and we help each other. But I hope this was helpful. Again, you want to think about the strongest result that you have provided, something that you've achieved that you can guide someone through themselves from beginning to end. Think of that thread that's always been in your life. It doesn't have to be just your career. Again, it can just be, it not just be, but it can also be your personal experience and your personal expertise, things that you have achieved. That is the key. You can't coach anyone through something you have not gone through and achieved and accomplished and overcome. Now, if something you're still in, you can't you can coach them, but only you can only coach them so far. You'll be most effective if you coach from a place of achievement, accomplishment, victory, and not in the middle of struggling, because it's going to be difficult for you to be able to be there for them while you going through it. So tell me in the comments below, what niche are you looking at? Are you looking at becoming a productivity coach? Are you looking at becoming a homeschool coach? Are you looking in like are you looking to become a business coach? Are you looking to become a customer service coach? You could be a course curriculum coach. You could be a grief coach. You can be a marriage coach, a wife coach, a husband coach. I'm looking around at my books. You can be an author coach. It's so many things out there in the world, so many topics, so many problems out there in the world. You just have to choose one. I guess that's two, huh? You just have to choose one. So choose one. Before you choose your one, you got to go and click the link down below. Okay? Click the link down below. Grab your workbook for the summer school and let's get to work. I'll talk to you soon. See you in the next video.